In this week's Parsha, Parshas Toldos, we learn about Esav, and one of the things that he would do is he would trick his father. He would ask his father complicated halachic questions. How do you give maaser? How do you give the tithes on salt and on straw? But Yaakov Avinu was the opposite. He wasn't a trickster. He was Yaakov Avinu, Ish Tom Yosef Haolam. He would sit and learn Torah and not try to fool people into thinking he was great. He was great because he would sit and do the right thing. The people who do the right thing don't have to fool anybody. Their actions speak louder than words. The Yerushalmi tells us, and fascinating Yerushalmi, in the next world, Esav HaRasha is going to bring a talus. Not sure why he needs a talus exactly, but he's going to come into the next world, into Olam Haba, into Gan Eden with his talus, and sit next to the tzaddikim, and thinks he belongs there. Because Baruch Hu is going to come and say, get this guy out of here, and take him out. Why? Why did Esav think that he belongs in Olam Haba, in the Gan Eden? Well, he had the mitzvah of kibbud av. He would honor his father exceedingly. As the Medrash tells us, the details about how great he was in this mitzvah. But the problem is that the mitzvah is not only the actions that you do, but it's the thought process and how you do the mitzvah. The Gemara tells us in Maseches Kedushin, a person can feed his father pisyomi, which is some type of a meat delicacy. But you know what? He's not going to get rewarded in the next world. Because if he talks not nicely, that's more important. The father would rather have a cheaper meat, but it's presented nicely. It's you talk to him nicely about it. The Gemara tells us that when Esav would feed the Medrash, when Esav would feed him these fancy meats, Dad would say, "Where did all this come from?" And he would say, "Dad, just chew and eat. Don't worry about such things. That's disrespectful." So it's a more important how you do the mitzvah, talking nicely, and being respectful, and being appropriate to your father than the actual food itself. So he thought he could get into Gan Eden because of his actions. But you know what? Your attitude towards the mitzvahs and the way you act when you do